This is it. Seattle, Washington got a true battle of Thunder versus Mayhem in the Dubby final round, but it was Shane Lake in Gravedigger earning the Dubby Racing Championship. Coming up, we're capping off the season with a whole lot of freestyle action, and we'll find out which team will be making it to Las Vegas. Stay tuned. This is the Rings of Rod Semi-Realistic Points Series, and this is Monster Jam! Hello everybody and welcome back to the RORSRPS channel. My name is Preston Vieira and I'll be your host as Season 2 in the All-Star Challenge Tour work their way to a close at Lumen Field, the same venue we kicked the season off in. Team Thunder is holding on to that tour points lead right now, but with freestyle being such a wild card competition, it's truly anyone's game. Team Mayhem would need to lock down multiple positions in the top 8 in order to gain control of the points, but either way we go, tonight we'll find out which team will hold the points lead in the end, becoming our final World Finals 2 main field qualifiers. Remember, RORSRPS World Finals 2 is November 29th through December 1st, 2024, and it's coming fast. The season may be over after tonight, but we still have our World Finals champions to crown. Qualifying, last chance qualifier, racing, two-wheel skills, and freestyle will take place over the 3 days in Sam Boyd Stadium. Don't miss it, don't skip it, don't save it for later. Be in the live premiere chat with me, Dawson, and Tyler Reyes as we make more channel history. Subscribe and stick around. It's time for some freestyle action, so let's get right into it, starting with a look at our freestyle lineup. Kicking off the freestyle competition, it's Preston Perez in Monster Mutt Rottweiler, followed by Cam McQueen in Bro Camino, and it's Cynthia Gauthier in Lucas Stabilizer, followed by Jake Cranford in Team Mayhem's Gravedigger. Then we got Recreation, Matt Pagliarulo, our sub for tonight, Dave Reed in Northern Nightmare, John Gordon in Bad Company, and Bryce Kenny in Mohawk Warrior. Team Mayhem dominating the end of the first half there. Kicking off the second half, it's Rick Steffens in Blown Money, Trevor Goldberg in Max D, Jackson Chalet in Piece of Scrap, and EJ Heyen in Blue Thunder. In the final four here, Devin Barber, Avenger for Team Thunder, Team Mayhem's Max D with Zach Antezana behind the wheel, Blake Thompson in HyperShock, and closing out the night, it's our tour leader Shane Lake in Team Thunder's Gravedigger. Kicking off the freestyle competition though, Preston Perez in Monster Mutt Rottweiler is here and ready to go. And if you know anything about Monster Mutt Rottweiler, or you just tuned into racing not that long ago, you know Preston Perez has struggled in both competitions this season. This truck just has not really worked for him, or he hasn't been working with the truck. One or the other. He's been trying to get this truck to do things that it just doesn't want to do. Getting us started with a nice leap there over the set of 2 cars, though. That was nice. Nice little bit of air off of such a small hit. And there's some more air for you. Preston Perez getting us started with a nice, solid couple of first hits. Preston Perez really has struggled in the freestyle competition with filling the clock. If he can do that tonight, it'd be great, but expectations are not high, whether you're a fan in the seats or a fan watching at home on YouTube. It's just not looking great, but the first 30 seconds are complete, which is a great sign for Preston Perez. He's getting away without a zero. I don't know if he's gotten many zeros this season, but Preston Perez, if he can, the more of the clock he can fill, the better, obviously, and not just for himself, but for the fans in attendance. We're going big here, though. Cross thread for Preston Perez, a nice big leap, and a little ragged edge landing, but he's down on all fours, keeping it going, and we've just hit the halfway point of this run. A minute down, a minute to go, a big leap there over the van stack as well. Oh no, on the sidewalls in the corner, but able to bring it back around. Preston Perez showing some skills out here in the freestyle competition tonight. Seattle might be his place. He's getting down to these final 30 seconds, so we're looking good, but I don't know. We're not really betting on him to fill the clock, are we? Nice cross thread there, but he's in trouble yet again on the sidewalls. Oh my goodness. Quick thinking there, throwing the truck in reverse, keeping it off of the barriers, and it looks like he's going to be going for a backflip attempt here. And a perfect landing as well. Preston Perez having the run of his season here in Seattle, Washington. Oh, getting in trouble here over a big hit on the roof. And that, well, he's going to fill the clock. And that's going to be a 31.5 for Preston Perez in Monster Mutt Rottweiler. One of his best runs of the season. Gets him above a 30. I'm not betting on that to be the top spot all night, but gets it done nicely. Bro Camino, Cam McQueen coming out next. Getting his run started with potentially a skills move. We'll see what happens. Bro Camino coming back after a 3-show substitution. His initial sub ended up being the points loser, so he got subbed out. Tailgater came in and won a racing championship, so he earned a second show. Now, Bro Camino, Cam McQueen is back, looking to make up some points. Look at this skills combo from Cam McQueen. Beautifully done. He's going to come around to the van stack as well. Little ragged edge hit there. Got to be a little bit cautious in these first 30 seconds at least, man. But, hey, he's getting it done. Going to be the first one to launch it up the center. A little bit of angle, you notice, to that launch. This triple is dangerous. If you land perfectly centered on the triple, you will get kicked over backwards most likely, and if not, you're going to get kicked over forwards. Either way could end your run. You really got to angle your jumps over that massive backflip hit. Nice leap there over the racing lane though from Cam McQueen. Getting down to the halfway point, keeping this run going. He's in a great spot right now. If he can keep it going just like this till the end, he may be able to earn a top spot, especially if he turns up the dial around the 30-second mark or so. Cam spinning that truck around. Looks like he's going to go for a backflip here. Beautifully done. 45 seconds with a perfect landing there, and he's down. Oh, you're kidding me. Into the wall he goes. 40 seconds still on the clock, and that's going to be a 24.5 for Cam McQueen. Definitely not the way he wanted to go out, especially after being subbed for so long. He really wanted to come back and earn some points tonight, but doesn't look like that's going to happen. Cynthia Gauthier and Lucas Stabilizer coming out to the track next. And if you want to talk about somebody who could steal the lead, Cynthia Gauthier, especially early in the competition, is someone who could do that. I'm hoping she can just fill the clock. Anytime she does, she definitely sets a bar for her other competitors to come out and up the ante. But, you know, if she can fill the clock is a big question. A big honk of the horn there for the fans here in Seattle. Nice little slap wheelie to kick off the run. Not super vertical, but getting down the track on those back two wheels nonetheless. Cynthia has only filled the clock, I believe, 2 or 3 times this season. Other than that, she's gone a little bit too big. But we love to see that from Cynthia. That is one of the things we love the most about her and her driving style, is that she goes big no matter the consequences. I mean, I would love to see her perform better points-wise this season, but, you know, she's given us a show nonetheless. And Team Thunder is still in the lead even without it. But look at the leap here from Cynthia Gauthier. Big rebound on that landing. But aside from that, very similar to Preston Perez in the Mayhem side of the track. Of course, these final 2 shows, Thunder versus Mayhem. So all season long, we've had either a Thunder track or a Mayhem track. But for these final 2 shows on this tour, the two have come together to showcase this points fight between the two that has been a season-long spectacle on this channel. A nice leap there from Cynthia Gauthier. And there's another one, the first one to take on the triple like this. And getting through it with ease. Definitely looked like she could have got into a little bit of trouble there. What is this? Really awkward here. But she's going to go for a backflip anyways. Going to stuff the front end. But still end up on all fours. 30 seconds on the clock. Go, go, go. Keep it going. Keep that energy up. Looks like she's going to launch it over the van stack. This landing could definitely get her into some trouble. Oh. Another no save from Team Thunder. Wow. I don't know what a teeve is, but oh my goodness. Oh, she's in trouble here. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, almost had it. essentially fills the clock. I don't know if they're going to count that as a full clock, but that's going to be a 29.5 for Cynthia Gauthier here in Seattle. So not enough for the lead, but enough for second place for now. Here's somebody who also is not afraid to go big. Team Mayhem's gravedigger, Jake Cranford, behind the wheel. He's been struggling a little bit with the points. He really wanted to do better this season. I know, I wanted to see him do better too, but it just hasn't happened for him. Can he fill the clock? End it here on a high note. Look at this perfect set up on that wheelie bar and throwing it up on the nose as well for a nice combo. Nicely done. Down on all fours. Keep it running. Gonna go for the cross thread here. Just a nice little simple move. Something for the fans. Keep it entertaining. Keep something going on. Not just heading over to the other side of the track without a hit. Nice leap there, though. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, these racing lanes look entirely different than how they did in the racing competition. Another nice leap there from Jake Cranford. Getting down to the 1 minute mark. I definitely want to see him turn up the dial. And a nice leap like this that could get him into trouble. No. Okay, nice bit of air though, nonetheless. And we're down to this halfway point. And now is when you got to turn up the dial. Especially down towards that 30-second mark. But the halfway point is, you know, you could definitely start getting repetitive. You can definitely feel the fans. I don't know if losing interest is the word, but the lack of momentum definitely isn't going to help your points at all, your score. A nice backflip there from Jake Cranford. And he's going to go right into another cross thread over the center as well. Nice bit of air there. That's going to get him to these final 30 seconds, I should say. Now is the time to turn up the dial, especially if you want to take the lead from Preston Perez and Monster Mutt Rottweiler. Hiking up on the two wheels there, getting into a little bit of trouble. Oh my goodness. Oh, over. Wow. What a save from Jake Cranford. I mean, one of those saves that's not really his fault. He kind of just ended up with it, but wow. Not adding fuel to the fire, getting him back on all four tires, and that's going to fill the clock with a 32. Jake Cranford in Gravedigger goes over, getting hung up on that trench box, the backflip ramp there, and down he goes. A 32, new leader out here in Seattle. But here's somebody, I mean, he's unproven. We don't know. We got to watch and see what's going to happen here. Mike Pagliarulo in Recreation making his substitute debut here, closing out the season. Looking for a last chance qualifier spot. 4 points to his name right now from the racing competition. Made it up into the second round. Not bad, but solid for a substitute. A lot of subs go down in round one. A lot of subs go down in round two. Even fewer go. Oh my goodness. Almost lost it there. Heart dropped for a second. And we are just now getting down to these first 30 seconds. So, I mean, he would have went down without a score. Oh, wow. Real ragged edge in this first half of this run. He is all over the place. But if you want a winning run, that's the way to do it. You got to be on kill from the start. 100%, 110% from the beginning. And, I mean, if this run continues like this for the entire clock, it will definitely take the lead. How well it'll hold throughout the rest of the night, because we're still early. This is going to set the bar that a lot of drivers are going to have to try and top. So I don't know if it will hold, but it'll definitely grab the lead if he can get a full clock. A nice leap there over the van stack. Oh, quick thinking with that reverse. Throws it in, gets it down on all fours, and now he's going to chuck it into a backflip with a great landing there. And 30 seconds just about on the clock. Stuffs the sidewalls and down he goes. 32 seconds still on the clock. That's only going to be a 26 thanks to the short clock. Really not an awful score when you think about the amount of time filled, but definitely not going to take the lead. And due to the lack of time filled, 26 is what we're rocking with. Here comes Dave Reed in Northern Nightmare getting us started with a nice leap there. I definitely did not expect that. Going hard from the start. And that's what I'm talking about. You got to go big from start to finish. Announce your presence. keep that energy and that momentum up throughout the entire run. Fill the clock. You will have a nice looking score on your hands, especially early in the competition. You'll definitely take the lead. Whether you come out first or eighth, you'll definitely take the lead. Coming around through these first 30 seconds, he's already going to be getting a score. That's how much the energy impacts you, man. We're already past these first 30 seconds. You don't even realize it. Look at this. Beautiful little wheelie combo there. Gets one slap wheelie, slows it down, slams right into that pad down at the bottom of the track and gets back up on the rear tires. Beautiful move, beautiful skills, nice and technical out here on the track. A minute down. Oh, okay. I was like, is he going to come up short and end the run early on that triple? But no. Oh, you're kidding me. He was having a great run too. 55 seconds still on the clock. That's only going to be a 21.25. Man. That sucks for sure. Dave Reed was killing it there. Just went a little too hot and heavy into that skills pad. And over he went. I think he was going for a backflip maybe, but you stuff the front end too hard, you're going to go over backwards and nose right into the ground. John Gordon in bad company coming out next. Our next Team Mayhem driver here in Seattle. I'm definitely curious what he's going to be bringing out here. Looks like he might be going for his typical John Gordon skills attempt here. Maybe a roll over the top. He's been doing that a lot this season. He might do it here. It can be a dangerous move though. Could end up ending the run early. You don't want to do that obviously, but we'll see what happens here. 2 minutes on the clock. He might just be going for the wheelie. I think he was, but over he went, and he's back up on those front two tires. Oh my goodness, look at that. I think that's the first one he's been able to really walk out like that, like getting the room to stretch those legs on those front two tires. What a move there, kicking off the run with a beautiful skills combo. And we'll see what the rest of this run holds for us. Going over already. He's past those first 30 seconds. But he's back down on all four BKTs. It doesn't matter. We're going to keep it going, man. Wow. Definitely a sketchy section of this run. But he's still going. And we got a minute left. A minute and 10 seconds to be exact. Nice leap there over the skills pad. And some more solid air. I mean, this track, well, let's be honest, it would be a little better suited in a bigger stadium, a bigger floor, but we got it here in Seattle, a different type of challenge. That's the thing about this tour. It's not just the All-Star Challenge where all these big names are going to go head-to-head. It's also a challenge each and every show, a different twist to the track that you have to try and compensate for with your driving. Tonight, it's how can you get big air, good momentum in such a tightly packed track. You got all that space in the center. Oh my goodness. Wow. Nearly clearing the entire triple there from John Gordon. The biggest air we've seen on that so far tonight. And with 20 seconds left, he's looking like he might fill the clock. Whether it'll take the lead, we're going to have to wait and see. But so far, it's solid. A great save there from John Gordon. But yeah, well, next time we see this layout, this track, if we see it. Oh my goodness. Wow, what an end to a run right at the 0 mark. And that's going to be a 33.13 for John Gordon in bad company. So we have a new leader just before the end of the first half. Wow, nicely done. 33.13 for John Gordon. Bryce Kenny in Mohawk Warrior Fire, a one-time Dubby Freestyle Champion this season. I believe a two-time Freestyle Champion from Season 1. We're going to have to check the records on that at some point. This is the final show of the season, so I don't know if we're going to update you. If Team Mayhem gets into the World Finals, we'll update you. 2 minutes on the clock, a nice big leap there over the van stack to get us started. And a solid combo as well, little ragged edge, but gets down on all fours. Keeping this run going. Just get through these first 30 seconds, Bryce. Just get through the first 30. Nicely done here. Little transition move just to keep this truck in the air, get some airtime, keep the fans entertained here through your little turnarounds and whatnot. Getting down to the first 30 seconds, though, he is going to be getting a score for this run. You love to see it, especially from somebody who's such a heavy hitter like Bryce Kenny. It's a shock that he's so far down in the leaderboard. Not that he's really done bad this season, but you know, he's in the first half of the show, which means his points just aren't necessarily there. Beautiful bicycle to moonwalk and reverse move here. He's on the rear tires trying to keep it going, couldn't quite hold it, but he's oh, you're kidding me. Over he goes, trying to get the save, but into the barriers he goes. 58 seconds still on the clock. It's only going to be a 22.5 to close out the first half. John Gordon still in the lead. Nicely done for John, though. If you're enjoying the freestyle competition, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button for sure, guys. Be sure to interact and let me know in a comment down below. Also, subscribe because the World Finals is coming November 29th through December 1st, and we'll have World Finals 2 t-shirts for sale at RORSRPS.com, so check it out. Don't miss them. Only 50 will be made. John Gordon leading with a 33.13. Then it's Jake Cranford with that 32, and Preston Perez with 31.5. A very interesting podium there. We haven't seen, I don't think we've seen that podium at all this season. Northern Nightmare in the bottom spot right now with that 22.5. Rick Steffens in blown money looking to turn up here. He just got his most recent Dubby Freestyle Championship from Tacoma. He's looking to go back to back. Can he do it is the question. 2 minutes on the clock. A nice leap to get us started over the cars in that Thunder racing lane. Rick Steffens, a solid jump to kick off the run. Some nice air under those BKTs. And he's going to keep that air going with the van stack on the Mayhem side of the track. Rick Steffens is definitely a driver who does not shy away from going big. There's a nice one right there. Nice cross thread over that center hill. He's killing it so far. He's having a very entertaining start to this run. First 30 seconds are complete, and he hasn't even been in any trouble that are, you know, is really risky to the run. Nice cross thread there over the van stack with a solid little slap wheelie. Trying to get a skills combo, but it doesn't quite work out for him. You really got to pick your battles with the skills combos. I don't know. I guess my advice would be go for it if you know you can get it. But we'll see how the rest of this run goes for him. He's having a solid one so far, like we said. A minute down. Oh, he's gonna launch it. Massive leap for Rick Steffens and a beautiful transfer on the triple. And he gets it stopped before the barriers. Oh my goodness. There's too much to talk about. A reverse move that stuffs the rear end, and then he keeps it going in reverse, man. Rick Steffens, like I said, not afraid of going big, not shy with this blown money truck. We'll see if he can keep it running. Nice. Oh, over he goes. Trying to get the save, but down. Not going to get it. 29 seconds still on the clock. This is going to be a 28.13. Definitely going big out here in Seattle, Washington. What a leap over the center. The biggest air of the night. A perfect transfer on that triple. Oh my goodness. Trevor Goldberg in Team Thunder's Max D coming out next. 2 minutes on the clock. Going big with a cross thread. Nearly gets a perfect downside there. A perfect transfer, but just comes up short. Still down on all fours though. And of course, these Max D trucks, these Max D drivers gotta go for that momentum stoppy, and he absolutely nails it. Walking it all the way back here, even throwing in a little reverse move. And then we got a cross thread. Oh my goodness, wow. Real ragged edge out here. You gotta get ragged edge, man. A 33 is not the easiest score to beat. I mean, we talked about on the Indy Madness Tour in Grand Forks, a 34, a 35, those are the really tough scores to beat. But a 33 isn't that far off, and it can be very tough to top, especially when a lot of our drivers are going over early. But we'll see how Trevor does throughout the rest of this run. He's to the halfway point, and he's doing solid. Look at this leap. Oh my goodness, another perfect transfer over the triple. Getting it done beautifully. Nice cross thread over the cars there in the center. 50 seconds still on the clock for Trevor Goldberg. He's having a solid run, solid momentum, but he needs to find something that's going to set him apart from the others. Look at that leap there. Nice sky wheelie over the skills pad. He's coming around to the cars. 30 seconds left, going for a backflip, absolutely nails it. Wow. Wow. Oh. Not going to be able to get a save. Almost had it, though. 21 seconds still on the clock. That's going to be a 28.25 for Trevor Goldberg. So he ends up just above Rick Steffens in blown money, just below Cynthia Gauthier and Lucas Stabilizer. Coming out next, our runner-up in the racing competition, 2 shows in a row. Jackson Chalet in Piece of Scrap, 2 minutes on the clock, representing Team Mayhem. Looking to get us started with some, I don't know, some energy, man. I mean, I'd love to see him burn it down. He has that MTL style setup that really lends itself to pulling off some moves that we can't see anybody else getting. We haven't seen anybody else really pulling off at all this season. Stuffs the front end a little bit there on the landing, but he's good to go. Down on all fours, even through that little tough spot, getting into the jammer there. And he's past these first 30 seconds. The score will be coming in for this run. What kind of score? Solely dependent on how much of this clock he fills and what kind of run he gets. Nice bicycle. Getting into a tough spot here. Oh, over and back down. Still in trouble, and down he goes. That's not going to be a save. I really thought he had that. 1 minute and 5 seconds still left on the clock. That's only going to be a 20.38, a really rough score for Jackson Chalet, closing out the night, closing out the season. Definitely not the way he wanted to go out. We've seen some short runs from him in the past, but I think that might have been his shortest. EJ Heyen in Blue Thunder coming out onto the track next, and it looks like he's going for air to get this run started. EJ, one of the most consistent drivers we've ever seen. 2 minutes on the clock. Psyched me out a little bit. Lands right on top of those buses, but he's down on all fours. A solid way to, I mean, announcing your presence has many forms. Look at that leap. And keeping it off the wall as well, and down on all fours. Throwing it right into a bicycle. It is just move after move here. We're getting lost in the sauce, trying to keep up. I haven't finished the thought yet. 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock. He'll be getting a score. Look at that sky wheelie. Oh my goodness. He's one of the most consistent drivers we've seen in channel history. I still have no idea how he ended up with 12s in 8 of the 9 shows, 7 of the 9 shows we've had so far. We'll see what happens here tonight. He already has 8 points on the board, I believe. Yeah, 8 points on the board for getting up into the semifinals. So we'll see if he ends up with only 4, or if he'll end up with a better score than what he typically gets, I guess you could say. Reverse move over the launch ramp, stuffs it into the car. Wow. And he's up on the rear end, trying to keep it going like Bryce Kenny tried. Doesn't quite work out for either one of them, but EJ Heyen still on all fours. I guess you could say he worked out more successfully than Bryce. Oh my goodness, stuffs it. Looking for a save. He's not going to get it though. 20 seconds. Still on the clock, closing out the run. That's only going to be a 26 for EJ Heyen. Had a great run going, but just the short clock, man. The short clock is biting a lot of these drivers. They're having really solid, really fun runs. It's just that the lack of a full clock is getting all of them. Devin Barber in Avenger hitting the track next. A one-time Dubby Freestyle Champion this season. We already know the record of Season 1 Avenger. Burned it down, became the first RORSRPS World Finals Freestyle Champion. Devin Barber wants to live up to that record once again. He's done it once in El Paso. Can he do it in Seattle? 2 minutes on the clock. A massive leap here up the center, stuffs the front end. Oh my goodness. I have no idea how he kept it on all fours there. Devin already turning up, already getting this truck into some really awkward positions. But he's having fun out here on the track, and the fans are eating it up right now. I think the judges got a smile on their face. We're going to have to see just how much of this run Devin can fill. Oh my goodness. Stuffs the front end again. I think the rear suspension might be a little tighter than he's used to or something, because that truck is getting kicked all over the place with those rear tires. But he is almost a minute down, getting close to the halfway point of this run, and it's been non-stop. What is going on? Nice leap there. Ends up with a solid... Oh my goodness. Wow. What a save, essentially right at the halfway point. Essentially what we saw from from Cole Pecca in Grand Forks, North Dakota. Oh my goodness, some beautiful donuts out here in Seattle, even chucking it into some cyclones there at the end. 40 seconds still on the clock. I need some big moves and a full clock from Devin if we're gonna see him top the leaderboard. A big leap here. Nicely done, little combo. He's down on all fours. 30 seconds left on the clock. Not long, but long enough to get into an unrecoverable spot. Looks like he's going to go for a backflip. Can he nail it is the question. Nice. Walk it out. Walk it out. Yeah. Nicely done. Little combo here through the center. He's going to go right up the skills pad. Uh-oh. Oh. I'm going to count that as a full clock, though. He got it. That's a 32.88. Not enough for the lead. John Gordon in bad company still holding on to it with a death grip here in Seattle, Washington. Next out on the track, though, a 3-time Dubby Racing Champion this season, Zach Antezana in Max D for Team Mayhem. A big leap over the skills pad to get us started. What a sky wheelie there. Oh, my goodness. These drivers are going big here in Seattle tonight, and I mean, you have to. Like I said, a 33 is not the easiest score to beat. What a save from Zach Antezana. Definitely almost got into some trouble there. Stuffs the front end, and that's what I'm talking about. You really got to avoid going straight on with that massive hill, because over the triple, you'll stuff the front end and go over backwards, go over sideways, whatever. It's going to end badly for you. Look at this, a big backflip from Zach Antezana. Look at the pop up onto the front end. He's walking it back. And he's stuck. Zach is stuck. Just burning that transmission up there. And, I mean, we got a minute left on the clock. Still running. Still on all fours. An awkward rebound there, though. But, I mean, it doesn't put an end to his run. It's just... a little bit of driver well-being that may be chipped away over time. Going big over the cars. Oh my goodness. I think that has to be... Oh. Nice save. I think that had to be the biggest error we've seen on that hit, specifically all night long. So he's going to cross it up here. Some more big air from Zach Antezana. He's turning up here in Seattle, man. Uh-oh. Yeah, angle it. Definitely angle it. Nice big leap. Gonna stuff it a little bit again. This time kind of casing the truck. Oh my goodness. Wow. The closest we've seen to a successful backflip on that hit. And what a way to go down. That's gonna be a 31.13, even with that little bit of time still left on the clock. A solid score for Zach Antezana. He was turning up out here in Seattle, man. Nice. Blake Thompson and HyperShock. Here he is, man. The man of the hour. 2 minutes on the clock. Looking for his final Dubby Freestyle Championship. Can he lock it down in Seattle? He went over early in round 9 in Tacoma. Definitely not the way he wanted to go out, and he's definitely trying not to go out that way here in round 10 to close out the season. He wants to end the season on a high note. And I'd like to see it for him, man. It'd be nice to see him close out with another freestyle championship, and it would help Team Mayhem get in that points fight for the World Finals Qualification. I don't know. We got to wait till the end of the episode to see where the points lie and who is going to be our qualifier, Team Thunder or Team Mayhem. But we started this episode with Team Thunder in the lead. Can they hold it is the question, and can the man of the hour lock down another freestyle championship? He's in trouble here. Oh, no. A minute and 3 seconds left on the clock. That's only going to be a 24.63 for Blake Thompson in HyperShock. The man of the hour goes down early again in the final show of the season. Shane Lake in Team Thunder's Gravedigger is our racing champion tonight, our Dubby Racing Champion. And he's looking to double down, but he's also looking to end the night and the season on a high note. Can he do it, and what kind of run are we going to see from Shane Lake in Gravedigger? I'd prioritize ending the season on a high note over a Dubby double down. Getting us started with 2 minutes on the clock. He's going to chuck us into some donuts. An interesting way to get this run started. I don't think we've ever seen Shane kick off the run with donuts. Okay. I mean, it sets him apart. Nobody's done that tonight. So, you know, uniqueness definitely gets some points. We saw Rage, Matthew Hood in North Dakota, get a solid score that held up throughout the rest of the night. Not just from having a great run, but also from setting the bar, setting himself apart from the rest of the competition early in the competition. Shane Lake having a solid run so far. I'd definitely like to see him turn up the dial though, and up the bar a little bit. You know, get the energy up a little bit. A minute still left on the clock. Here we go, a nice leap here. Right on top of the buses. I think that has to be the biggest error we've seen on that hit so far. Nobody's really landed on top of the buses. Not from the launch ramp, at least. They landed on the cars in the van. Oh my goodness. Look at the leap here into a really rough rebound, but he's still on all fours, keeping this run going. The Dubby Racing Champion tonight going to go for a backflip next. Perfect landing. Just about 30 seconds on the clock. Nice slap wheelie into a butt kicker. Look at this. Nicely done. Keeping it controlled, keeping it within bounds too. Knowing just where he's at all times. And it looks like he's going to fill the clock. I think he was just throwing in an easy run to fill the clock to close out the season. 10 seconds left. Still an opportunity to get into some trouble, and this is it right here. But he's down on all fours, and that is going to fill the clock. Shane Lake in Gravedigger tosses the truck with a 32.75. So not enough for the lead. John Gordon in Bad Company is your Dubby Freestyle Champion. But Shane Lake in Gravedigger looks like he's not done. And he is your Tour Champion. Here on the All-Star Challenge Tour, Shane Lake in Team Thunder's Gravedigger locks down the Tour Championship for the 2024 season. Oh, nice. Nice. They're letting him continue. He did tag the barrier, but he's able to keep trying for this. Oh my goodness. What a save. There's nothing to say, man. Shane Lake burning it down. Oh my goodness. Wow. And he's still going. Is he gonna? Yeah. He's still going, man. I thought he was gonna park the truck, but no. He's still trying to just have some fun, give the fans some extra. Your Tour Champion feeling generous out here in Seattle. Oh my goodness. What was that? And that's where he's going to end it. Shane Lake in Team Thunder's Gravedigger caps off the season. Not with a freestyle win, but with a Tour Championship. Shane Lake, the big dog in Gravedigger. Wow. John Gordon in Bad Company takes the Freestyle Championship with a 33.13. Devin Barber, 32.88. Shane Lake with a 32.75. And Jake Cranford ends up in fourth with a 32 flat. Preston Perez, a 31.5. Zach Antezana, a 31.13. Cynthia with a 29.5. And Trevor Goldberg with a 28.25 in Team Thunder's Max D. Rick Steffens 28.13, EJ Heyen 26, tied with Matt Pagliarulo, and also Blake Thompson with a 24.63. Cam McQueen ends up with a 24.5, Bryce Kenny 22.5, Dave Reed unfortunately with a 21.25, and in the bottom spot it's our racing runner-up Jackson Chalet in Piece of Scrap with that 20.38. Shane Lake, your tour champion, sets the new channel record with 203 points. Then it's Blake Thompson and HyperShock behind him with 169. Max D for Team Mayhem, Zach Antezana 151, and Devin Barber with 148. EJ Heyen with 134. Trevor Goldberg with 121. John Gordon with 120, and Jackson Chalet closes out the season with 119. Rick Steffens with 116. Bryce Kenny 108. Dave Reed in Northern Nightmare with 98, and Jake Cranford in Team Mayhem's Gravedigger with 97. Cynthia Gauthier with 93. Cam McQueen with only 72. Preston Perez ends up with 64. And our sub for the night, not doing the best, not making it into the last chance qualifier, closing us out with 9 points. And Barry Musauer and Zombie closes the season, our subbed out truck, with 91 points. Bro Camino ends up in 15th. Preston Perez, Monster Mutt Rottweiler, ends up in 16th. Let's find out our winner and our World Finals 2 qualifiers. It is Team Thunder taking the top spot and qualifying for World Finals 2, 1,057 points. Behind Team Thunder, 986. Behind Team Mayhem. Team Thunder locked it down, and they will be competing for World Championships. There they are. Look at them. Wow, looking like the Avengers out there. Team Thunder locks down the Tour Championship and the World Finals Qualification. If you guys enjoyed this season, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We got new shows on Saturdays, and the World Finals mainly, more importantly, is November 29th through December 1st. Be sure to stick around. It's going to be a lot of fun. Be there in the live chat. Do not miss it. Be active. I want to see you guys there. I want to talk to you guys. I want to see your reactions. So be sure to stick around and be active in that live chat. Check out RORSRPS.com. Immerse yourself in the world of RORSRPS World Finals 2 in the World Finals Hub. Also, check out our t-shirts. 100% real t-shirts will be sold on RORSRPS.com. Do not miss them. They are going to be awesome. I just sent them over to get printed on Thursday, I believe, so they're in the process of getting finished. It's exciting, guys. 50. It's going to be real limited supply. There are only 50 in existence. Do not miss them. Also, check out the channel partner Dubby Energy at dubby.gg on Instagram, on the internet, and check out their apps on both the Google and Apple Play stores. They have some absolutely delicious flavors of energy powders. You do not want to miss their limited time flavors. My flavor of the day is Beach and Peach. Absolutely delicious, really refreshing, really juicy flavor, and you can get 10% off all their flavors, hydration or caffeinated, using code RORSRPS at checkout. They have 0 sugar, 0 dyes, 0 fillers, and 0 calories, which makes them the health conscious choice when it comes to energy powders. Don't miss their limited time flavors, guys. They sound delicious. I haven't tried them yet. They sound delicious. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to tonight's episode, the finale of the All-Star Challenge Tour. Thank you for tuning in to the season. Thank you for tuning into the World Finals, because I know you'll be there. Subscribe, stick around, leave a like for me. I'll see you guys in Sam Boyd Stadium, World Finals 2.